I was very low self-esteem for like the first 10 years of my career, if you could call it that, up and down, whatever. But so in my 20s, I was low self-esteem. I started going to therapy in my mid to late 30s when my first daughter was born, and then my dad passed away around the same time. And I was like, holy crap, I'm going to explode. And so all my other comedian friends, of course, were like, go to therapy. It rules, dude. And I was on a road trip with Sarah Hennessy and Tom Henry, and they were like really huge proponents for therapy. I finally did it. So dealing with that stuff younger, I would definitely do that because it makes you feel a lot more confident and free with who you are, and makes you find yourself a lot easier. And then also the fear that might come from like anxiety and insecurity isn't as punishing. So then, if you need to travel more, which I regret not traveling like as much in my 20s, yeah, if you need to do that more, you will, because you'll feel more confident and secure in yourself. Hopefully, if you're yeah. So I was really trapped in my head a bit in my 20s, and I would say work on that to be as free as possible and travel as much as you want, meet as many people as you can, and just keep getting those stage legs. Get on every show, bad ones, good ones. Every show helps you grow and get better. Don't be judgmental. Just look at it as learning, and have fun each show. Find a way to have fun in each environment. Yeah.
Mm. If if this if we didn't have more questions for you, that would have been a mic drop advice to past former selves, especially
That's real.
the mental health stuff. I mean, everyone knows comedians and actors. There's so many stories of comedians having mental health issues, culminating sadly with suicide and things like that. So yeah,
Yeah, I haven't done suicide yet, but we'll see.
fuck. Let me tell you, if you're ever anywhere near that situation, you better fucking call me and I will race to get to you because the world needs more people like you to make them laugh. So
I'm fine,
I will
guys. I
save
switch.
you.
I use the darkness to be funny.
Right.
Honestly,
Yeah. And
it's
you're
really. I have a dark sense of humor. Sometimes it comes out. Yeah, but it is funny. In my 20s, it was like I love eating pizza and chips every day for dinner, and just watching 3 movies a day and from my bed, and then putting on weight. And it's funny looking back now. It's like that was freaking hardcore depression, but
right.
you don't think to call it that at the
Right.
time.
Yeah.
You're just like, like, yeah, it's funny to, yeah. So I have the benefit of hindsight, as they say.
Right.
But if you're young and you're feeling that stuff now, it would be interesting to look around and just do the self-help stuff, the mindfulness, whatever. It's me time, whatever. Take a,
Right.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just look
I,
around and check it out.
I can vouch for that, and I think a lot of people do. It's like you don't real sometimes you don't really realize it when you're in it, and then you just think back like, huh, that was. You're like, I'm not depressed. I'm just sleeping all day and watching only TV and not seeing
Yeah,
anyone and not seeing any sunlight.
I
But
genuinely love movies and pizza,
right,
but
right,
every day, all day, take it easy.
yeah, that's great. That's
Yeah.
great advice, Chris. Thank you for sharing that. Can
Yeah.
you?
Okay, no problem.
I also wanted to ask how, because I don't have any experience with this, Brandon doesn't, but how has having children changed your career and affected your outlook and obviously perspectives and priorities? It's the added complication of having more things in your life to juggle as well. But just talk a little bit about that. You've got 2 young girls, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't talk to them. I always tell them I'm busy, so it's fine. No,
Father
no,
of the year.
it's genuinely insane. It's a lot, but there's something about having a constant allotness, like just a constant rush of things that need to be done that actually keep you moving in a actually more organized function. It's easy to stay driven when you have a family to take care of. And my girls are like real little kids now. They're not like in baby form anymore or toddler form. They've turned into real kids.
Oh, yours grew up? Oh, wow.
Yeah, they kept going. And they're like so hilarious and interesting individually and together that it's like, yeah, it really helps you make a drive forward to prove that yeah, being who you want to be and being creative and making life fun is important. And yeah, they give you a drive to stay busy and create projects. And yeah, it's really nice actually. Yeah, it's weird. It's like being married and having two kids while having this sort of independent kind of career where you have to be, like we were saying earlier, the self-starter a lot of the times. It seems like it could crush you, but there's sometimes it feels like it could, but it's really ultimately helps even more stay focused and driven, like I said.
Yeah, I think that's a common theme. I think a lot of people before they have kids are kind of scared shitless, or maybe thinking like, "Oh, this would never work. Like, how would I ever afford it? How would I ever have time?" But I think that is what happens often is people end up
I
stepping
think,
up.
yeah, I think a lot of friends my age use like the money that I use to buy food and clothes and toys and stuff and books for my kids. I think they use that money for video games and alcohol.
Right. Right. And weed. Yeah.
Yeah, and weed. So I'm definitely not drinking as much. I'm not smoking as much. I don't play video games really anymore. So that also helps keep me focused.
Right. That's great.
No offense to my party animal friends who are getting older. I also envy your life. Don't worry. It sounds like a lot of fun, and some days I definitely wish I could still just do that.
Right.
When I go on the road, I get loose a little bit.
As you should.